right, so on your health today, if you're wondering, where is Michael Gitonga, my co-host? Well, you're just about to find out in just a few minutes. We're going to cross over live to where Michael is, and that will be the basis of our conversation, or rather, your health this morning. It's quite important that you sort of understand what we'll be discussing today. And Michael Gitonga, who's going to be on the ground talking and also getting to do a few experiments, and hopefully as a viewer at home, you'll see why it's very so important. Michael, it's good to see you again. And this time round, you're offset, off studio. Tell us what you are doing today and where you are.
Well, we are right now at Amref Health Africa in Kibra, and what we're looking at today is hypertension and possibly what are some of the causes. So we're going to be going through an exercise of having blood pressure checked. Remember, it is referred to as a silent killer. So we'll be finding out from the doctors why that is the case and the importance of having your blood pressure at the right level, but also what are some of the causes and possibly how you can ensure that you are not found, wanting when it comes to your blood pressure. So that's what we're going to be doing right here in Kibera. I already have a patient who's going to be checked. We have the doctor ready, but we'll also be looking at some of those figures. I've seen them sometimes say 120 over 110. What does that mean? And when is it high? When is it low? What would cause it to happen? So Zinzi, that's what we're looking forward to doing in just a bit.
Is the fact that hypertension is one of the silent killers here in Kenya that we have. I'm hoping that you'll also take us through some of the things that we can do at home, perhaps our food, our diet, on ways that we can combat this issue.
Doctor here, and she's going to be guiding us through that. So if you're ready, we can proceed with checking. Do you want us to proceed?
All right, Michael, could you do for us a demonstration with the doctor right there? A quick demonstration.
All right, and we have a gentleman here. You'll start by introducing yourself. He is the one who is going to do the test. What's your name, sir?
My name is Samuel Muraguri Nyaga.
Okay, and you'll take us through what is happening. And we also have a patient here. Your name, ma'am?
Okay, I'm Margaret Kilonzo.
All right, Margaret Kilonzo is going to be checked. So, Muraguri, tell us, what is this gadget that we have in front here?
This gadget, it's used to monitor blood pressure. And this is what we are going to fix on him to know whether he have a blood pressure. First, he attended in hospital. This is the first we have to take out the blood pressure.
Okay, now I've always seen them use this contraption, which sometimes, constricts you. What exactly is it measuring when you're doing that?
Now we usually take on this vein to know whether the blood is congested when it's running on the body. So once you insert it, this measure, you have to make sure it touches this vessel.
The vessel.
The vessel, yeah.
And I assume this is one of the main vessels that goes to the heart.
This is the main vessel,
okay.
The big one. So when you fix it, you have to make sure your finger is inside, and you pull it here, slowly, caring about the patient, so that even here, he feel comfortable.
Okay.
You make sure it is not tight, so tight.
Okay.
Then he'll make sure his hand is not lying this side. You make sure it's in.
All right.
And he's feeling comfortable.
Okay.
So you come to the monitor. In the monitor, we have the systolic and diastolic and pulse. This systolic, let me first start. This now we have started. It's come to the 0 position. Then you start, and the patient is calm. Now it's counting.
What I can see numbers changing there. What are those numbers?
Those numbers are measuring how the blood it's flowing. When the blood is flowing and the vessels the monitor is taking the measurement. and this is the heart.
Okay, so that's the pulse. Okay, that's going at that rate.
The blood is going, it's passing through the heart, because the heart is the one is pumping the blood. So now this one is 159.
Okay, so what is 159?
So in the systolic, this means that 159 it's over. It's not normal. It has to be normal when it is to 100. When it go over to 140, so it means the systolic it's not normal.
Okay. All right, and we do have Daktari here. Maybe just start by introducing yourself.
My name is Dr. Ann Kerubo.
Okay, Dr. Ann, 159 over 96. I've had, this said many times. What does that mean?
So that is a bit high as when you talk of normal blood pressure, because normal blood pressure is supposed to be 120 over 80, less than that. So when you have 120 as the systolic to 139, that is like what you'd call pre-hypertension. You need to start taking intervention. And when it goes beyond 140, now that is hypertension. So there are different stages of grading the hypertension. So essentially what we are seeing here is a high blood pressure.
What are some of the causes of high blood pressure?
So there are so many causes of high blood pressure. For some, it may not be known what the cause is, but what we can say is commonly we have lifestyle causes. So we talk of alcohol intake. You need to know about smoking as a cause. Then there's also the diet that we eat. We have high saturated fats in our diet and high cholesterol. So that is another cause of hypertension. And I think we're also becoming very inactive. So that is also leading to deposition of fat in our bodies, and that can lead to hypertension. So those are some of the causes. Okay. There are other causes.
And possibly what are we risking when we have high blood pressure?
So there's the risk of damaging certain organs in our bodies. And some of the organs, we have the heart that can lead to congestive heart failure. And another cause, damage that can happen is to the brain. You can get things like stroke. We've heard of people getting stroke or bleeding into the brain. Then the other organ.
All these are potentially fatal.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
If the hypertension is not managed well. We also have the kidneys. We can lead to kidney failure. And then we have what we'd call bleeding into the retina of the eye. That can lead to blindness. Then we also have, what is the other? So those are some of the organs which can be damaged when we talk of high blood pressure. Yes.
All right. And I'm told we're really running out of time. And Zinzi, that in a nutshell is basically the procedure, which you've seen takes a very, very short time, less than 5 minutes, and you can have your blood pressure checked. However, the risk of not having it checked is very high because, like Daktari has mentioned, some of those risks are potentially fatal. And therefore, it is advisable that you keep healthy and most of all, make sure that your blood pressure is normal and checked. So I'll hand over back to you, Zinzi.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael. Michael there, as we're discussing hypertension. Make sure you get your blood pressure checked. As we've heard, if it goes 140, that's a bit too dangerous. A quick recap of what we were asking you this morning on Morning Express. Do you understand the Cyber Crimes Act? About 269 of you voted on our website, on our Twitter, that is, with 19% only saying yes and a whooping 81% saying no. I'm hoping after this conversation this morning that we had earlier on that has hopefully changed to a better standard. But this is where we close off Morning Express. Right next is News Center with my colleague Betty Chalom. But from the Morning Express team and myself, Zinze Kibiku, it's bye-bye for now.